I am happy to present myself before you for the advertised position of assistant professor in nutrition and food science of the distinguished university, Georgia Southern University State Bureau. And I want to tell you a brief history of my activities for which I believe I'm qualified for this job. To do that, I will follow the basic outline of my early life. I done basic education, higher education, then my work experiences, the skills and extra knowledge that I've acquired, current activity, future goals, and like every other human, my hobby. I may not follow it in chronological order like this, but when I get to each point, I'll be able to mention things according to it. This is my country of origin. This is a map of Nigeria, a West African nation that is made up of 36 states, and it is said to be the country with the largest population of black people in the whole world. Out of the 36 states, I am from Abia State, and this is the gateway to Abia State, and the arrow is pointing exactly to my local government, where I was born and where I had my basic education. After my basic education in the local government area of Abia State, I proceeded to acquire higher learning. In my higher education, I attended Abia State University, Uturu, where I obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Later in life, I also went to Michael Okpala University of Agriculture in Umudike, Nigeria, and obtained a Master of Science degree in Food Processing and Preservation. After my first degree, in Nigeria, we have a program of national service for all youths who have graduated from higher education. And in that program, usually the participants are posted from their state of origin to another state of Nigeria. You saw in the map of Nigeria that is a very large country. So I was posted from Abia State in the southeast to the north central state of Niger State. And in my primary place of assignment, I was sent to teach in a high school known as Government Secondary School, Suleja. And in high school, I taught the students basic sciences. And in addition to the primary assignments, there were other things I learned as a copper. I had a basic training in first aid because being from a third world country, most of those schools do not have in their employment nurses or doctors, but they have first aid units. And I was sent to acquire basic training in first aid and successfully completed that, and then manned the first aid unit of the school where we attend to emergencies that has to do with students who probably got injured at work or at play, and I was doing that. But most importantly too, there was this education or the skills I acquired in teamwork as a core member. We have another problem in the area that I served, and that is a problem that is a health-related problem known as sickle cell anemia. Myself, together with these other 3 core members in that 1996 set, formed a team, sickle cell anemia awareness and support group, that created awareness that since sickle cell problem is a genetic problem, we encouraged participants and volunteers to undergo blood tests before marriage. And to a large extent, those who volunteered, we tested their blood and have to group them so that we will help reduce the incidence of this problem. And this program got a special mention and recognition by the government of Niger State. And then my work career. I started my work career in the manufacturing sector. in an industry known as Camp Biscuit Company Nigeria Limited. There we produced cookies. My duties included quality control, process control, product development, and production. In this, you see what it means. This is a typical layout of a biscuit plant, and this is fresh biscuits coming out from the molded, the molds, getting into the oven. This is our lab where we make sure that the raw materials we receive meet with the company specifications, and the products we push out meets with both national and international specifications. And I was also involved in product development. My country, we do not produce wheat, and so we spend a lot of foreign exchange importing wheat. But we have other alternatives which we will try to use as flour to compose it with wheat and produce cookies made from that. After my experience in the industrial sector, I came back to academics and to Abia State University, my alma mater. There I was employed as an assistant lecturer. My duties included teaching, research, field trips. I also have experience serving in some university committees. Part of the activities I had in universities could be described further as this. As a teacher, as a lecturer, I was able to teach undergraduate students core courses in food science and technology, food engineering, and nutrition. I was also involved in organizing field trips so that my students will be able to get some first-hand understanding of some of the things that we are lacking in the laboratories. I was also involved in counseling of students and research advisement. I supervised students' undergraduate programs to successful completion. I was also involved in academic advising of groups of students, which the institution will group students and send to you to be the academic advisor. I also advise some students' associations. I was also privileged to serve in some key university committees, like the examination committee, where we were saddled with organizing the university-wide exams, organizing the timetable, resolving timetable clashes, and then the internship board, because we have a lot of we lack a lot of things in the university schools. We place a lot of emphasis on internship, and we call it 6 months industrial work experience scheme, sideways, where students in the basic sciences and technical areas are sent to related industries, where they will now have an industry institution interface. And we don't just send them, we also go there from time to time to supervise the students in liaison with their industrial-based supervisors to make sure that they get the best out of their training within that period. And when they come back, they also write reports which we grade and which we evaluate. I also served in some small scale, in some other committees. The problem of funding the universities is everywhere in the world. So sometimes the universities have to look outwards how they can source more funds. And I was privileged to serve in such committees, such as the ABSU IITA cassava variety multiplication and the ABSU package water project. And I'm happy to say that we midwife these projects to their successful completion, and they are all running. This is a typical example of a field trip with some of my students. You can see me there with the students as we visited a company, a brewery, so that they will get first-hand knowledge of what it means to do brewing technology and fermentation technology. For all my efforts in the academic, I've had some publications too in scientific journals and technical papers, some of which include potential food uses of protein from tropical plants, effect of methionine and lysine on the analytic quality of broiler chicken, production of glucose from pills of varieties of Musa species by acid hydrolysis. I also have simplified preservation of tomato paste, utilization of carambola fruit for wine production, and these are still some of the papers, such as effect of drying methods on the physical-chemical properties of water yarn, dioscorea alata flour. Currently, I am a PhD student in McGill University, the McDonald campus. And under the advisorship of Dr. Michael Ngadi. And my area of interest and my future area is all this while my researches have always been in lesser known food commodities and the improvement of the foods of the populace. So I'm interested in post-harvest technology, food process engineering, optimization and process control. And these are areas I know I can bring to bear if I'm given this work to teach in the university, in the University of Georgia Southern State University, the Department of Food Science and Nutrition. Currently, I've also done work on influence of ripening stage on flying characteristics of plantain chips. You can see me very busy this past summer in the lab, and these are some of our findings that the ripening stage, different stages of ripening, affects fat uptake and also affect the rate of moisture loss. And this learning will help us to try to see how we can make good use of these things, especially when they are progressing from unripe to the ripe stages, so as to minimize post-harvest losses. I'm a member of some professional associations, such as the Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, the Nigerian Institute for Biomedical Engineering, and American Society of Agricultural and Biological Engineering. My hobbies include, I always like to volunteer myself in any place I am because I believe in making it to be the change agent. I also enjoy swimming. I like soccer. I like chess. And like the little one there too, I like to do a lot of reading. And hopefully maybe one day I'll be able to read as much books as the little one there. So that's my story, and I hope I have impressed you enough to hire me. Thank you very much.